Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your reading for July 19th through the end of the month. We have a live stream coming up Sunday morning here on the channel. If you are around, please drop in. I am available to answer personal questions and do mini readings for you. My name is Kate. This is the Starseed Report, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel, and if you're returning, I am so happy to have you back. Make sure you check your rising sign, your moon sign, whatever else you got going on, whatever planets are being activated in your chart. And if you don't have your chart, plenty of places to get a free chart. And if you need Vedic astrology information, if you're curious, reach out to me because I do have professional Vedic astrology software. All right, let's get right into your reading. We're doing a Celtic Cross. We have oracle cards. We have a clarifying deck as well. So let's get into your energy, Cancer, for this time period of the end of July. And this is the Light Seers deck. I think I have it linked down below. Three of Pentacles, getting some attention for the work you're doing. That's the energy you are currently in. The energy around you, Page of Cups, that's beautiful. Seven of Pentacles, basis of this reading. Seven of Cups in your immediate past. Temperance as your potentials. We have the Six of Cups in your immediate future. Negative feelings, we have Judgment. Interesting. External factors, Chariot. That's your card, that's your energy. Ace of Wands in your hopes and wishes. And Three of Wands, beautiful. As your outcome, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. Interesting energy that we have here for you, Cancer. Wow. All right. Let's take a look. Three of Pentacles is the energy that you are coming into this reading with. Three of Pentacles is working with other people, but you are a leader. You're leading the charge, or there is a call for you to be a leader in this particular situation. This is the energy you're coming in with. So you are accomplishing things. Other people are noticing that you're taking a leadership role. The energy around you that's covering or crossing you is the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is a card of a message that makes you feel really good. And it's often an unexpected, surprising message. We've got the little pig up in the corner with its wings, sort of like, wow, this is amazing. This is such a cool message coming in. And this is the energy that's covering or crossing you for good or for bad. I think it's covering you for good. So there's some kind of message around you as it relates to the rest of this reading. The basis of this reading is you at work creating something with a strong foundation, but you're not necessarily seeing the full results of what you would like. You have big goals, big dreams, big hopes for this project that you've been working on, that you've been leading. You've planted a lot of seeds. The root system is really strong, and you're putting a lot of energy into the root system, but the actual plant is so much smaller than the roots. What is going on? Why is this plant growing such a strong foundation and I'm not seeing any results? So this whole reading is about a project that you're working on, and you're wondering whether or not this is going to turn into something of value, something that really is giving back to you as much as you are giving to it. In the past, you had to make a decision, or you were spoiled for choice. You had a lot of various options, and you decided on a cup, because this is in your past. So it is saying that you had a lot of options and you chose something, and you started to put some energy into things, and that choice led to this decision. And now you're like, is this really, really worth it? So we're going to find out if it is worth it. I think it is going to be worth it, but we do have some burdens around you with the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is coloring the reading. Ten of Wands is about moving on, making some changes, doing something a little bit different. But the message of this, as it relates to the rest of this reading and the other cards we're seeing on the table, is making a choice to drop a couple of wands. In the traditional tarot, we see a guy who's got 10 wands and he's carrying them home after he has done something, but it's an unwieldy bundle that he's carrying back to his house, and he needs to drop a couple of those wands so it's not such a burden. I think there are some things that you need to drop as it relates to this reading. We'll see what those things might be, because we want to focus on this growing. And if we have too many other things demanding our time, too many distractions, then we can't really focus on the thing that we're trying to build. Temperance is a potential that is around you. Temperance is alchemy and patience. As it relates to what you're working on, I think Spirit is trying to tell you that you need to have some patience with this, and we need to turn some negatives into positives. Alchemy is about turning base metal into gold, turning water into wine, turning something that's negative or something that's not really working and transmuting that energy so that it is working. It's changing things. It's magical spiritual energy. So that is a potential that is available to you as it relates to this reading. In your immediate future, you have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is nostalgia. It is remembering something positive from the past that makes you feel really good. Golden Retriever puppy to a Golden Retriever dog, and just remembering the journey that you've had with them. Nostalgia is the energy of looking back and remembering all of the good times. When you remember things, even if you went through a hard time, we tend to really remember the positive things about those experiences rather than dwelling too much on the negative. This is in your future means that there's something as it relates to whatever you're working on from your past that if you remember it can help you fuel what you're doing going forward. There are going to be good feelings about this journey. There are going to be good feelings from the past that you can bring forward. And I think that leads to temperance. It leads to the alchemy. There's some things you've done in the past that can contribute to the success of this project. In your negative feelings, you have the Judgment card. Judgment is about Spirit helping you where you don't even know you need help. This is almost completion. And I think it's in your negative feelings because you're wondering, when is this going to really turn into something? When am I going to get to the World card? Because this is the second to the last card. It's right before you get to the World card. And it's a card of being lifted up in spirit. It's a card of really thinking about the journey that you've been on and connecting all of the dots. You see the dots that are there in the background. And this card reminds me a lot of Steve Jobs' speech at Stanford, where he talked about how you are led forward in this magical way and you don't really know what the next step is going to be, but you can connect all of the dots as you're looking back. The Judgment card reminds me of that because we're almost to the end of a journey and we can look back and give meaning to everything that we've experienced. So it's also a card of Spirit kind of filling in some blanks for you. I think you feel like a couple of things are popping in my mind. First, you feel like, when is this going to be done? I want to be able to really make sense of this journey that I've been on and make sense of what it is that you're trying to grow so that you can see it and give it some meaning of, yes, this has been worth it. This whole journey has been worth it because, and then fill in the blank of whatever meaning you can assign to it with the Judgment card. But you're not there yet. You haven't gotten to the place where you really feel like you understand fully what this journey has been about because you're not seeing the fruition of it. I think maybe this message that's coming in that makes you feel really good can contribute to some of that. This message that is around you, honestly, I feel like it's leading you into some nostalgia. We're in a retrograde period. And so I feel like this message brings you back to the past, helps you feel really good. I think it can contribute to making this feel like it's really working. I do feel like you have support in your external environment because in your external factors, you have the Chariot card, which is the card of Cancer. It's the card of swift movement towards a goal. So there are elements that are supportive of your energy and your external environment that can help you drive this project to the place you want it to go. It might be that message that's coming in. Whatever it is, this is the opposite of the Seven of Cups that you had in your immediate past. This is spoiled for choice. This is choosing and focusing on a particular direction. I think you really want greater focus. Ace of Wands is in your hopes and wishes. And the Ace of Wands is a singular focus. It's the start of something new. It's the spark of something. It's just the idea of it, though, and we have to add some fuel to the fire. This is in your hopes and wishes. You want focus. You want some energy, because Wands is all about our passions. It's about our energy. It's about the things that light us up on a regular basis. And I think that's what you want, because you're looking at this. Is this ever going to grow? And it's not helping you fuel your journey forward. And so you're desiring, your hopes and wishes is the desire of the fuel forward. You're desiring this. The fact that you're desiring it means that it's a part of you. Everything you desire is another aspect of yourself, a potential future self that is communicating back to you, hey, this is something that'll help. So the fact that you're desiring it means that it's out there somewhere. And the advice, really honestly, is to get some future focus. And I think you are going to get that, a singular future focus, because you've got this singular future focus with the Chariot and swift movement towards a successful completion. That's in your external factors. There are external factors that are going to give you that energy that you're seeking. And then in your outcome, you have the card of adventure, Three of Wands. She's standing on the shoreline with her surfboard, and she is ready to get out there and get moving. That's the outcome. I think the outcome is going to come from leveraging temperance, the alchemy of being able to change something about this, transmute the negative aspects into a positive, letting go of some things that are burdening you, remembering who you really are, and feeling good about the journey that you've been on, asking Spirit for help. Maybe you feel like Spirit isn't there for you. Spirit is there for you. It's ready to fill in the blanks for you. You just have to open up to those blanks being filled. Leveraging your external environment, really getting that focus, because you want the focus. You want to focus and you want to feel passionate. And I think you are going to get it, because this is a card of adventure. This is a card of getting moving, of doing something, of going out and having an adventure. It's passion. I think the thing that is missing from the project that you're working on is just something that lights you up, something that's passionate. You may be working and leading this project, but it's like, why can't everybody else feel this? Why can't everybody else see where we're going with this? It may be other people that are dragging you down, but I think passion is available to you. You have to understand who you are and what lights you up, what motivates you, what is going to draw you forward to this adventure. And then the side effect of that is getting the Seven of Pentacles growing. You start seeing the side effect of your passion in the project that you're working on. But you have to start having those good feelings of a passionate new beginning in order for that to really happen for you. And once you get that passion, you just have to feel it, and you feel it by just going into really good emotions, putting on good music, maybe doing a workout, talking to someone, listening to a video that inspires you on YouTube even. There's tons of ways that you can get that motivation. Three of Wands is very future focused, and I think that solves a lot. I had a recent experience where I just had this intuitive download come in of here's the potentials of what your future is all about. And it's just like, I was able to just relax into that vision, and it made everything else in my life a little more bearable, because I kind of live through 10 of Wands right now. I'm trying to drop a couple of them, but there are just some wands you have to keep going. But I think just a future focus can draw you forward and give you some relief. And then the side effect of that is you start seeing this plant grow. You start seeing everything grow. When you start feeling passionate and you start feeling hopeful for the future, and you start feeling that sense of, I'm excited about what's coming. I'm not going to be stuck in this 10 of Wands forever. All right, let's pull a couple of clarifiers. I'm going to just pull them on the right reading as a whole because I feel like this is pretty clear of where you're at. I don't feel like anything is I think Spirit is trying to help you with Temperance and Judgment both coming out on the table, but they're coming out in positions of not full expression. This isn't your negative feelings. There's something about how you're feeling right now that is blocking Spirit's help for you. And then Temperance is just a potential. So you solve whatever's blocking the potential and it comes in for you. And then all of the blanks start getting filled in. Everything starts to make more sense. Your journey has more meaning. All right, let's pull some clarifiers. I have shuffled those enough. We are getting 8 of Cups. All right, 8 of Cups, another card of leaving something behind. This comes right after 7 of Cups. You have to make a decision and focus on where it is you are moving towards. Leaving some things behind. So there's 2 messages of dropping some things that aren't serving you. And that's what 7 of Cups is about, having a lot of different options, but you have to drop 6 of them and choose one. Which one is the right one? By the time you get to the 8 of Cups, you know what the answer is. You know what the thing you need to choose is. All right, and we are getting the 4 of Pentacles. All right, that's boundaries. It is ensuring you have good boundaries with other people. But in this card, I think maybe some of the things that might be blocking you is being a little overprotective of your pentacles. This is oftentimes called the miser card. It's someone who doesn't want to invest in something. And if you don't invest in your business, that's what it looks like. Why isn't it growing? Well, if you would just plant this one pentacle of spending $50 on something that is going to lead to $200 coming in, it's worth it, right? You just made $150 off of a $50 investment. And if you make a $50 investment that brings in $2,000, then it's a no-brainer. But I come across these kinds of people, the 4 of Pentacles kind of people. I find them often in the consulting work that I do because there's people who are just like, yeah, no, I don't want to spend any money on that. It's not going to lead to anything. And it's going to lead to more money. He's holding on too tightly to his 4 of Pentacles, but he's got 10 pentacles out there for the taking, but he's holding on to these 4. If he would let go of just one of them, he could have 6 more. And then he would get to the 9 of Pentacles. It's just math. You have to invest in yourself, invest in your business. Focused, good investments. And we are getting the 3 of Pentacles again. So the 3 of Pentacles, the energy that you are currently in, I think Spirit is saying that that's really good energy for you to be in. And the fact it's coming out twice, that to me ties the 3 of Pentacles to Temperance, much more of patience. Keep at it. Keep doing it. You're doing just fine. Just stay focused and allow Spirit to come in and fill in some blanks for you. Open up to it. All right, let's pull a couple of the Wisdom of the Oracle cards, and then we'll pull some Tea Leaf cards. And we are getting Yang. All right, that's masculine energy, and masculine energy is all about pushing energy forward. So it's like king energy, pushing energy forward. Yang energy with 3 of Pentacles together, that's definitely be the leader, be the king, set the direction, and get future focused. Really create the vision of what it is that you want so that there's no focus that you can put on this planet anymore. We have to turn our attention more towards spiritual energy, towards letting go of things that aren't serving us so that Spirit can come in and help us. We have to create space for Spirit to come in and help. All right, one more card, and we are getting Between Worlds. This is definitely a Between Worlds reading. Choice has been made of what it is that you are working on. We just need some spiritual enlivenment. This card reminds me of the Wizard of Oz when Dorothy's in her black and white world, and then she opens the door, and then she sees the colorful world of Oz. I think you need to open the door to Spirit to see the color come in. And then the side effect of that is, one, healing yourself and getting rid of some of the things that might be blocking you, leaving some things behind. And then two, the side effect of this project growing in the way that you would like it to grow. Then all the work does become worth it. All right, let's get some tea leaf cards. I am just pulling out of the middle. And we are getting victory. Victory. That to me says you are getting what you want. Keep at it. Keep at it. It is going to work out perfectly for you. And we are getting fan, romance, celebration, party. Well, I'm not seeing a lot of parties on here, but I think if you have your victory, I think you will feel a celebration. I mean, a lot of this passionate energy of the wands over here, what you really want and what's coming in as your outcome is fiery, passionate energy, and that feels celebratory. All right, we've got the yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. That to me is definitely some Ten of Wands energy of just feeling overburdened. I mean, you've got the yoke here and you've got the ox. It could be that there's just some situations in your life that you just need to take some of your attention off of. And you've got ear, good news. I think that's that Page of Cups coming forward for you. I think you are going to receive some good news, and you're going to receive it rather quickly in the end of July, because this is what's covering you. I think that good news, honestly, is really tied to the Ace of Wands. The Page of Cups is going to come in. It's going to make you feel good. You're going to feel really good about it, because cups are all about our emotions, and it's a good message coming in. And as that comes in, it inspires your desire for this new journey, this new start to this project. I don't think you have to leave anything behind. I think it's going to be something that is going to make this grow. I think you have to leave some things behind in order that this can grow. And you leave these things behind, the spark comes in, spirit comes in, and then the side effect is that grows. All right, message from the universe. A chapter in your life is coming to an end. Rest assured that beautiful things are ahead in this next chapter. Let go of all things that are out of control and move forward. There's more beautiful things ahead than any you leave behind. Well, there is a message right there. We are leaving some things behind and we are starting this new adventure. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to feel really good. Cancer, I hope this reading was helpful to you. If it was, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want more like this. There's a live stream on Sunday at 10:30 Eastern Time. There's also going to be a full moon reading sometime in the next few weeks, as well as your August readings coming forward too. So I'd love to see you in all of those videos, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for being here.